Hello guys, welcome to another video. Today we are going to do paper 1 of May-June 2018. So let's go on to question number 1. So part A, we have 3.5 minus 1.9 divided by 0.8. So let's first do the up part. So 3.5 minus 1.9. So this will be 2, will be 10. 10 minus 9 will be 1. 1 plus 5 is 6. 2 minus 1 is 1. So now we have 1.6 divided by 0.8. Let's times 10 here, times 10 up as well. So we have 1.6, we have 1/6 divided by 8, which will be 2. So answer will be 2. So now this question, we have to use BODMAS, which is BODMAS, which means we have to do division first, and then subtraction, and then addition. So 6 divided by 3 will be 2. 2 minus 4 will be minus 2. 9 minus 2 is 7. Answer will be 7. So now moving on to question number 2. Work out 15% of 80. So 15% of 80, 15 over 100 times 80. Let's simplify that. So 0, 0. Divided by 5, we have 3. We have 2. Divided by 2, we have 1. We have 4. So 3 times 4 is 12. Answer will be 12. Part B. Work out 3 over 5 minus 2 over 7. Give your answer as a fraction in its simplest form. So we observe that the base are different, so we have to do LCM, which means we have to multiply 5 and 7. So 5 times 7 for the base, and for the top we have to cross multiply, which is 3 times 7 and minus here. And then here cross multiply 2 times 5. So now let's simplify. 3 times 7 is 21 minus 2 times 5 is 10 divided by 35. So 21 minus 10 will be 11 divided by 35 will be your answer for part B. Okay, so now moving on to question number 3. Write these numbers in order of size, starting with the smallest. So we have 1 over 3, 0.32, 1, so 15 over 40. And then we have 0.3, 9 over 31. So one thing we can do is convert everything into fraction, or we can convert everything into a decimal place to have a look to see what do we get. So let's try that. So if we do 1 divided by 3, we know it's going to be 0.333 going on. So now we have to do 15 divided by 40. So 15 divided by 40. Let's divide by 5. What do we have? 5. Let's divide by 4. We have 10. Divide by 4, we have what? So this will be 0. So let's leave it here. Here we have, so how many times 4 in 15? We have 3 times 4. So 3 will be 12. And the remaining will be 3. And divide by 4, we have 7. That will be 2. And then we have 5. So 3.75 divided by 10 is 0.375. So this will be 0.375, and this is 0.3. And the last one is 9 divided by 31. So that will be, let's times, if we times, let's try to multiply by, so this is approximately 30. So let's say that if that was 30, right? So that would be 9 over 30. If we divide by 3, we have 3. That will be 10, 0.3. So we know that this over this will be less than 0.3. Okay, so this is what we know from this estimation. And then now we just have to compare. So which one will be the smallest? So this is 0.3, this is 0.333, this is 0.32. So which means this one is the smallest because this one is smaller than 0.3. Okay, so answer smallest will be 9 over 31. And then the next one will be 0.3. And then we will have 0.32. And then we have this one, 1 over 3. And last one will be 15 over 40 for the answers. So just to re-explain this part, So we have 9 over 31. So we know that this number is less than 9 over 30, because if we decrease the denominator, the value is going to increase. So from this we know this is less than this, which is equal to 0.3. So which means this is less than 0.3, and from observation this will be the smallest number. So that's just to explain how did I get this as the smallest. And then the rest, which is pretty easy, we just have to compare and find the answer. And that was question number 3. Question number 4. The diagram shows part of a shape which is symmetrical about the line L. Complete the shape. So one way to do this is to rotate the shape this way, and then we observe we have to draw the same shape on this side. So this point will be this point, and we have this point will be, so 1 square here, and this last point will be 1 here, and this one will be here. So we have to draw the line together. So the first line is this one, and this will be matching this one, and this will be matching this one, and this one. Okay, and that's it for question part A. Moving on to part B. Complete the diagram to show that it has a rotational symmetry of order 2 about the point O. So when we have order 2, it means that we have to do 360 divided by 2, which means 180 degrees. So it can rotate 180 degrees by the center for the rotation. So let's do that. Let's have a look this way. It means that we have to rotate this shape by 180. If we do the rotation by 180, this part will become here. So that was 1, 2. This point will become 1, 2 here. So let's trace it back. So this point will be 1, 2, 3. So that will be 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 1 actually, so 1, 2, 1. And this point will become 1, 1, 2. So 1, 1, 2. And that's it. So let's try to connect all the dots together. It's a mistake. So this one will not be here, it will be here actually, because we have to inverse it. So we have 1, 2 up, 1, 2 down, because it's a rotation about the about 180. So we join this point, and it will connect to this, just like this line, and going down straight, and connect to this one. And that's it for this part B. So now you can see that if you rotate by 180, it will be here, 180 will be down here, so it has your symmetry of order 2 about the point O. And that's it for question number 4. Question number 5, we have a plane leaves London on a flight to Dubai. So it flies from London to Dubai. The plane lands in Dubai where the local time is 17:20. The flight is 6 hours and 50 minutes. So it takes him 6 hours and 50 minutes from London to Dubai. The local time in Dubai is 3 hours ahead of the local time in London. Calculate the local time in London where the flight left. So let's first just do the local time in Dubai where the plane left London. So we have to do 17:20 minus 6 hours and 50. So 0, 6, 6. So we have 6 minus 5 is 1, 1 plus 2 is 3. 16 minus 6 will be 10. So this is the time in Dubai when the flight left London. So what is this time in London? So we see the local time in Dubai is 3 hours ahead. So we have to do 10:30 minus 3 hours. We have 7:30. So your answer will be 7:30. The flight left London to go to Dubai. So now part B. At one time during the flight, the temperature inside the plane is 17 degrees Celsius. The temperature outside is minus 43. Work out the difference between the inside and the outside of the temperature. So we have to do the inside, 17, minus the outside, which is minus 43. So minus minus become plus. So 17 plus 43 will be what? So let's do this here. 7 plus 3 is 10. 1 plus 4 is 5, plus 1 will be 6. So 60 will be the difference between the temperatures. So now part C. The plane leaves London where the temperature outside is 17 degrees Celsius. The plane rises to a height where the temperature outside is minus 43, just like this. The temperature decreases by 2 degrees with every increase in 300 meters in height. Calculate the increase in height of the plane. So we know that the temperature changed from, it has a change of 60 degrees change, because it is a difference between the inside and the outside temperature. So now we know that every 2 degrees change, it rises by 300 meters. So by how much it is to raise for 1 degree? So we have to do 300 divided by 2. So now for 60 degrees, it will be 300 divided by 2 times 60. So 2, 1, that will be 3, 0. So we have 9, 0, 0, 0. So the answer will be 9,000 meters for part C. And that was question number 5. Question number 6, part A. What fraction of this 4 by 4 square is shaded? So we know that the area of square is 4 by 4, which is 16. So it is, from observation, we can see that it is much easier to find the area of the not shaded first. So area of not shaded. So this will be a triangle, which is 1, 2, 3 squares and 2 square height. So half times 3 times 2, which will be 3. And for this one, it is area of, it shows to be area of a rectangle and a triangle. So plus area of rectangle will be 1 times 4 plus triangle is 1 times half times base, which is 1 times 4, which is 2. So here we have 3 plus 4 plus 2, that will be 7, 9, which means the area of the shaded part will be 16 minus 9, which is 7. So find the fraction. It will be 7 over 16 is shaded on the region. Sorry, it was 7 over 16. That's the answer. So part B, a youth club has 150 members. 60 of the members are girls, which means what percentage of the clubs are girls? So 60 over 150 times 100. So 0, 0 divided by 3, we have what? 20. We have 5 divided by 5, we have 1, 2, which is 40. So 40% are girls. So now moving on to part C. Ben is given some money. Ben spends some of it and saves the remainder. The ratio of the money he spends to the money he saves is this much. So that's how much he spends, and that is a remainder, right? He spends 15, so 15 is here. We have to find remainder. So we have to find the amount that he actually was given. So what do we know? We know that 3 represents 15. What is the total amount that is shared? 3 plus 1, which is 4. Find 4. 4 will be 15 divided by 3 times 4, which is 20. So he was given $20 in this question. Question number 7. Osama recorded the number of items bought by each of the 20 customers at a shop. The results are shown in the table below. So number of items bought, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the number. And number of customers corresponding to the product they bought. Okay, so write on the mode. The mode is where has the most frequencies. So where we have the most number of customers, here. The mode is 5. Part B. find the median of the number of items bought. So median will be the middle value. We have to do half times 20 plus 1, which is 21 divided by 2, which is 10.5. So before 10.5 we have 10 and we have 11, so we have to find the average of those two values. So where is 10? See, here is 3 plus 5 is 8, so 10 and 11 will be here on this value. So your average of 4 plus 4 will be 4. So part C, calculate the mean number of items bought. So mean will be sum of everything divided by 20. So let's do that. So let's find the sum first. So here we have 1 times 3 plus 0 plus 3 times 5 plus 4 times 3 plus 5 times 7 plus 6 times 2. Simplify. That is 3 plus 0 plus 15 plus 12 plus 35 plus 12. So now let's add everything up together. So 3 plus 12 is 15, 15 plus 15 is 30, 30 plus 35 is 75, 75 plus 12 is 87. So that's the sum of every product bought in the stores. Now find the mean. Mean will be 87 divided by 20 because we have 20 customers. So let's first divide by 2. We have 10, we have 4, we have 3.5. So divide by 10 will be 3.35. Your answer will be 4.35 for the number of item bought, the mean number of item bought. So now part D, Osama draws a pie chart to show the data. Calculate the angle of the sector on the pie chart which represents the number of people who bought 3 items. So 3 items is 5 people. So it will be 5 people over 20 times the angle of a pie chart, which is a circle, so 360. So 0, that will be 18. So 18 times 5 is what? So 40, 90. So the answer will be 90. So 90 degrees will be the angle of the sector representing the number of people who bought 3 items. Question number 8. We have A, B, and C are points on the circumference of a circle center O. So A, B, C are points on the circumference and center O. So from observation here, we find that COB is the diameter of the circle, which means angle A here will be 90. And also this is tangents. T, B, TA are tangents to the circle at those points, which means these two sides will be equal. Okay, so this is what we have for now. So calculate angle BAC. So BAC is 90. As observed, BAC 90 degrees. And calculate the angle ATB. So ATB, find this angle. So if we want to find this angle, we must first find this angle and this angle. So we know that these two are the same, and we know that this is joined to the radius, which means this big angle here will be 90, which means this angle here will be 90 minus 38, which is 8, 10 will be 2, 5. So this angle here will be 52. This is the angle on the inside, which means this is also 52, and this is what? So we know the sum of angles in a triangle will be 180. So we have to do 52 plus 52 is 4, so 104. And then angle ATB will be 180 minus 104, which will be 76 degrees. So that is the angle ATB, 76 degrees, and that is for question number 8. Question number 9, find the integers that satisfy this inequality. So let's first simplify this. So here we have 1 less than 3x plus 5 less than equal to 11. So how do I get rid of 5? we have to minus 5, so let's minus 5 everywhere. So 1 minus 5 is minus 4, less than 3x. 11 minus 5 will be 6. So now if I want to get rid of 3, I have to divide by 3 everywhere. So minus 4 divided by 3 less than x less than equal to 2, which means the value of x is between 2 and minus 4 over 3. Okay, so what is minus 4 over 3? It's minus 1, 1, 1/3, right? That is the mixed number of this fraction. So now let's draw a timeline so we can know exactly where the values of x stands. This is 2, this is 1, this is 0, this is minus 1, and minus 2. The value of minus 1 over 3 will be about here. So minus 1, 1 over 3, and 2. So x is between this and this, also equal to this. So the values of x will be what? Will be minus 1, 0, 1, and 2. So the values of x, integer values of x, will be minus 1, 0, 1, and 2. That is your answer for question number 9. Question number 10. The scale diagram below shows a bond A, B, C, D. So we have A, B, C, D. AB is 7 meters, BC is 4 meters. On the diagram, 1 centimeter represents 1 meter. That's the scale, pretty easy here. Now we have a horizontal rail is attached to the outside wall of the bond from A to B. So now we have a rail from A to B, which is attached on this side. Okay. Jasper is a dog attached to a rope of 3 meters long. Okay. So we have a rope on Jasper on this side of the bond. The other end of the rope is attached to the rail and can slide along it. It means that Jasper can actually move along A and B with the rope of 3 meters long. On the diagram, shade the region where Jasper can go. So the scale represents 1 centimeter is 3 meters, so 3 meters long will be 3 centimeters on this scale, on this diagram. So let's first measure. We have this distance here. I have the scale of 3 centimeters. I will have to measure this with my compass to draw the locus of points where Jasper can go. So now let's say Jasper is at point A, and if the rope is 3 meters long, Jasper can go, well, it can go here, can go here, right? So if the rope is 3 meters long, Jasper can go this distance to this distance. Now same thing here as well. If the rope is 3 meters long, if it goes to point B, it can go up here to here. Okay, so that's one part of the answer. And then the next part is, if the rope is 3 meters long, it can also move 3 centimeters from the rail. So it will be on this line and this line. So we need to join them together to form the locus of points where Jasper can move. So the region where Jasper can move, let me shade the region so you can see it properly. So you can move from this all the way to this part of the diagram, including that part as well. So this is the region where Jasper can move along A and B, and when it goes to point A, it can move 3 meters from that point, which is a circle of arc, 3 centimeter, and same thing here at B, to form this shape, and you have to shade all this region where Jasper can move. And that is question number 10. Question number 11, find the values of A and B. So we have to do a matrix multiplication to find the value of A and B. It's always rows by column, so 2 times minus 4 plus 3A, and here we have 2 times B plus 2A, and here we have minus 3 times minus 4 plus 3, and here we have minus 3 times b plus minus 3 times 2. So simplify, what do we have? Let's bring this here. So here we have, so 3a minus 8. Here we have 2a plus 2b. Here we have 15. So 15, right? And here we have minus, so we have minus 6 minus 3. So this thing right here equals to this, so we can compare. So we have here minus 3 minus 2 equal to 2, which means b equal to minus 3 minus 2, which is minus 5. Value of b is minus 5, so the value of a, so we have to use this to find the value of a. A will be 3a minus 8 is equal to 7. So the value of a will be, so 7 plus 8 divided by 3, which will be 5. So a is 5 and b is minus 5. So this is the answers for question number 11. Basia records the color of 100 cars passing through the school gate. Her results are recorded in the table. So we have black car, gray car, red car, blue car, and others. So these are the frequencies of the car that she's seen. So she has seen 100 cars passing by. So use her results to estimate the probability that the next car seen is blue. So we have to find what is the chance of us seeing a blue car as the next car. So let's use these numbers. So here we can see out of 100 times we have seen a blue car 9 times, which means if we have a chance of seeing a blue car the next time, it will be 9 over 100. So 9 over 100, so that will be your answer, 0.09. Part B, in the next hour, 500 cars pass the school gate, right? Use a Basia results to estimate the number of these cars are red. So we have to find the estimate. So we have to find first, out of the first 100 cars, how many cars were red? We have 12, so 12 over 100 were red at the beginning. So now she have observed 500 cars. So of those 500 cars, she expects how much? So we have to division, and then 12 times 5 is 60. So she will expect 60 cars to be red. Now part C, Colin records the color of the next 100 cars passing through the school gate. His results are shown in the table below. So we have this result for Colin. Use Basia's and Colin combined result to estimate the number of red cars that will be seen when 500 cars pass through the school gate. So combined results. So here we have Colin saw 18 cars, so 18 for Colin for red cars, and Basia saw 12 cars for red, so plus 12, the combined result, divide by, so he saw 100 cars and she also saw 100 cars, so we have to do 100 plus 100, and now estimate for 500, we have to times 500. So now let's simplify this. So we have 18 plus 12 will be 30, divide by 200 times 500. That will be 15 times 5 will be 75. So the answer for part C is 75. So which of the estimates in part B? Part B is this one. O in part C is likely to be the best. So in this case, it will be the part C, because we have more sample. So basically we have more cars because we observe, you say Colin and Basia observed $200 cars in combined. So they combined observed 200 cars in part C, which gives a more accurate result. There's less bias and there's less chances in combining the results. So the more color you see, the better it is for your result. That is the logic behind this. So that was question number 12. Question number 13. The table shows the masses of 10 mothers and the babies at birth. So this is the mass of the mother and the mass of the baby. 10, 10. Right, so question number part A. On the grid, complete the diagram. The first 6 points has been plotted for you. So as you can see, they have drawn the first 6 points. We have to draw the last 4 points. This is the mass of the mother on the x-axis and the mass of the baby on the y-axis. So that's point X and that's point Y. So this one will be 70 and 3.9. So where's 70? 70 is here. 3.9 will be here. Okay, and we have 89, 4.3. So 89, 4.3. So let's find 89. It will be here. And 4.3 will be here. Okay, and the next one will be 57, 3.2. So 57 will be, so 55, 7 will be here. And 3.2 will be about this point right here. Okay, and the last point will be 75, 4.4. 75 will be here, and 4.4 will be here. Okay, so that's the diagram we have for these points. So now we have to do what? It says B, what type of correlation is shown on the diagram? So as you can see, it is going upwards. So it means that as the mass of the mother is increasing, the mass of the baby is also increasing. So they have a positive correlation. Positive correlation. So on the diagram, draw a line of best fit. So we have to draw a line of best fit for those points. So what does it mean? It means that we have to try our best to draw a line which goes in between of those lines. As much points as possible, it will be on the lines. So for me, I will draw the line about this. It makes sense. So I can have some points going up, some points going down, right? Okay, so that's the point, that's the line for me. As you can see, I've tried to make 1, 2, 3, 4 points up, so 1, 2, 3, 4 points on the below of the line as well. So that's the line of best fit for me. So you can also draw a line in on this one as well. It will be okay, and that is the answer for part C. So part D, Anna has a mass of 82, which is the mother, gives birth to a baby. Use your line of best fit to estimate the mass of the baby. So we have to use the line to find the mass of baby. So the mass of Anna is 82. 82 will be where? Well, will be 81, 82 will be here. So now find the mass of baby. So let's use a different color here to find the mass of the baby. So we have to draw the line to cut the line, and then a horizontal line to cut the x-axis to find the mass of the baby. Here we go. Here it is. So the mass of the baby will be 4.1, 4.2, 4.3. So answer here that I have will be 4.3 kg. Your answer could also be 4.2, 4.3, 4.5. That is okay. There's a range that Cambridge gives you for the answers. So this was question number 13. This is question number 14. Factorize completely part A, 2ax minus 3by plus 6bx minus ay. So this one is pretty interesting. So I see we have a here and a here. We have b here and b here. So let's group the a together. We have 2ax minus ay minus 3by plus 6bx. So let's factorize those two first, these two. So here we have a, which is in common, and then we have 2x minus y. So here we have, let's say we have minus here, and we have b in common and 3b in common. So here we have y, which will be plus 2x, right? So now the only difference is a sign inside. So here we have minus y, here we have y, so we take the minus inside. So we have a 2x minus y. We plus, because we take it inside, we will have y, so it becomes 2x. So 2x minus y. So now we have 2x minus y, 2x minus y. We factorize this outside. We have 2x minus y, and what is remaining? A plus 3b. And that will be your answer for part A. Now for part B, we observe that we can take 3 out. We have 9x squared minus y squared. So now here we have square numbers, so we know that when we have subtraction of square numbers, it becomes a squared minus b squared equal to a plus b, a minus b. So same thing here as well. So here we have 3x squared minus y squared. It becomes 3x plus y, 3x minus y. And this is your answer for part B. Moving on to question number 15, we have f of x equal to 3x minus 2. G of x is equal to 4x cubed minus 1. Find f of 5. So we replace the value of x by 5 to find this value. So 3 minus 2 times 5 is what? 3 minus 10, which is minus 7. Okay, so now this one is g of x, g of minus 2. So we have to replace the value of x by minus 2. So g of minus 2 becomes 4 times minus 2 cubed minus 1. So 4 becomes minus 8 minus 1. So minus 32 minus 1 becomes minus 33. Okay, so moving on to this part, we have simplified f of 4x cubed minus 1. So replace the value of x by 4x cubed minus 1. So f of 4x cubed minus 1 is equal to 3 minus 2. Replace x by this value, and now we expand the brackets. We have minus 8x cubed plus 2. We have 5 minus 8x cubed, and that is your answer for part C. Question number 16. This is a question of indices. Part A. Evaluate 3 over 3 minus 3 power 0. So 3 power 0 is 1. Anything power 0 is 1. So 3 power 3 is equal to 3 times 3 times 3, which is 27. So here we have 27 minus 1, which is equal to 26. That is your answer for part A. And part B, simplify completely this fraction and power of half. So we have to first eliminate the common inside of the bracket. So let's have a look. Here we have b, cut off b. We have b3, so only 2 will be left. We have a3, cut it off. We have 2 left. So here we have 9 b squared divided by 16 a squared power of half, which will give you what? So we know that 9 is 3 power 2 and 16 is 4 power 2. So which means we will have we have 3b squared divided by 4a squared power of half, which becomes, so half times 2 will be 1, so 3b divided by 4a. And that is your answer for part B. Question number 17. The diagram shows a square ABCD. ABCD is a square joined to a right angle triangle BEC. So we know the side B is equal to 6, the side EC is equal to 7. Okay, so the question is to calculate the area of the pentagon. So area of pentagon here is area of square plus area of triangle. So how do we find the area of the square? So let's call this side x, which means it is x everywhere because it is a square. So let's find this side. We have to use the Pythagoras theorem. So we have x squared equal to 6 squared plus 7 squared. So simplify. 36 plus 49. So x squared equal to, so 36 plus 49, we have 5, we have 1, 85. 85, so value of x, we have square root of 85. So x is equal to square root of 85. So now find the area of the pentagon. So the first area, let's find the area of the square. So area of pentagon is equal to area of square plus area of triangle BEC. Area of square is x times x, which is square root of 85 times the square root of 85, plus area of triangle will be half times base, which is 6, times height, which is 7. Let's simplify. So square root times square root will be 85 plus, simplify here, 3 times 7 is 21. So 85 plus 21 will be 106. So this is your answer for question number 17, 106 centimeters square. Question number 18. So the speed time graph shows the motion of a car. This is the speed time graph. Question part A. Describe fully the motion of the car represented by each of the lines AB, BC, and CD. So here we have AB, BC, and CD. AB has been done for you. So AB is this line, as you can see. It says AB accelerates for the first 20 seconds at 0.9 meters per second square. Now BC is what? As you can see, it is a horizontal line from B to C, which means it moves with constant speed of what? Let's find the speed. Here we have 16, 17, so 16, 17, 18. The speed is 18. So let's write that down. So moves with a constant speed of 18 meters per second for how much time? So we have until this point, C is here, which is 70. So 70 minus 20 will be 50 for 20 seconds. Okay, that's the point, that's the line BC, and the last line will be CD. As you can see, CD goes down, which means it decelerates for how long? So from, this is 70, 80, this will be, so 1 square is 2, so 82, 84, 85. So which means decelerate for 5 seconds at what deceleration? So if we have a speed time graph, we can find the deceleration by using the gradient of the graph. So what is this length? So this length is a base of the triangle, and this is the height. The height is 18, as we know, is a speed, and the base is 15. So this is the deceleration of the triangle. Let's divide by 3. We have 6, 5, and divide by 5 we have 1, 1, 1, 1.2. So 1.2 will be the answer for the deceleration. So part CD, it decelerates for 5 seconds at 1.2 meters per second square. So now for part B, find the total distance traveled by the car during this motion. So we know that when we have a speed time graph, the distance traveled is actually area under graph. So here we can see we have a trapezium as area in the graph. So how do you find the area of a trapezium? So we have to measure the base length, which is 0 to 85. The base is 85, and this side will be B to C. It will be for 20. So B will be what? Oh, okay, I made a mistake here. This is actually 50, because if we do 70 minus 20 will be 50. So this side is 50, and the height in between will be 18. Okay, so that's pretty easy. So area of trapezium will be half times sum of both sides. Will have 85 plus 50 times height in between will be 18. So now we simplify, we get 1, 9. So we have 85 plus 50 will be 135 times 9. So let's do that. Times 9, so 5 times 9 is 45. 3 times 9 is 27, plus 4 is 31. 1 times 9 is 9, 9 plus 3 is 12. So that will be the distance traveled during this motion. And that was question number 18. Question 19, part A. One day in 2016, the population of Nepal was this much. Write this number correct to 3 significant figures. So it is really easy. So the way we do this is we first look at the first 3 numbers. Why 3? Because we need to have 3 significant figures. So leave this 3 alone and ask ourselves if this number here is more or equal to 5. If it is, then we add 1 to the first 3 numbers. So 287 plus 1 will be 288, and then we change the rest to 0. Become 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So your answer here will be 288, 0, 0, and 3 zeros will be the answer for part A. So now moving on to part B. The table below shows the approximate population of some countries in 2016 and the land areas. So we have country Brazil, Greenland, Hong Kong, India, Nigeria, and this is the population and this is the land area in km square. Question part 1. The population of India was approximately this much, 130 million people in India. In the table above, complete the row for India. Write the number in standard form. So pretty easy. We have to move 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, which is 6, 7, 8. So 8 decimal place. So that will be your answer for this part 1. Now for part 2, calculate the total land area of India and Nigeria. Give your answer in standard form. So we have to add the land of India and Nigeria. So the land of India is this much and the land of Nigeria is this much. So let's do that. We have 3.3 times 10 power 6, add 9.2 times 10 power 5. So now we have a small issue, is the power of 10 is different. We have 6 and 5, so we cannot add directly. We have to first change the power to match them, become the same. So I can send 1 0 here, will become 33 times 10 power 5 plus 9.2 times 10 power 5. So now the powers are the same, we can add those two in front. So 33 plus 9.2, that will become, so 2, and then this will come 2, 42. So 42.2 times 10 power 5. So the answer needs to be in standard form, so it will be 4.22 times 10 power 6 will be your answer for this part. Okay, moving on to part 3. Which country in the table has the smallest population per km square? So we have to find a ratio, which is population over land. So we have to find this ratio and find which one has the smallest value. So let's write the ratio here, population over land. So let's first compare the division of their powers first. So here we have 10 power 8 divided by 10 power 6 will be 10 power 2, right? So here we have 10 power 4 divided by 10 power 6, it will be 10 minus 2. So here we have 10 power 6 divided by 10 power 3, it will be 10 power 3. Here we have 10 power 8 divided by 10 power 6, it will be 10 power 2. Here we have 10 power 8 divided by 10 power 5, we have 10 power of 3. So it is pretty clear that which one has, so which country in the table has the smallest, so which one has the least value? So you would say from observation we have this one because the power is -2. Compared to the rest, everything is positive. Question number 20. A paving slab is a cuboid with length of 40 centimeters, 20 width, and h for the height. Its volume is 2400 centimeter cube. Find the value of h. So we know that to find the volume, we need to multiply the length, which is 40, times the width, 30, times the height, to get 2400. So now we simplify. We have 1200 h equal to 2400. The value of h will be, so we have to do division. 24 divided by 12 will be 2. So answer will be 2 centimeters for the value of h. Okay, so now moving on to part B. Calculate the volume of concrete needed to make 1000 of these slabs. So one slab is 2400, so 1000 we have to multiply by 1000. That will be 24,00123, and that is your answer in centimeters cube. So you have to give your answer in meters cube. So we have to convert this. So we know that to convert meter to centimeter, so 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. So 1 meter square, it will be 1 square centimeter. So now we have to 1 meter cube will be equal to 100 cube centimeter, which is equal to 100 times 100 times 100, which is 6 zeros. Okay, so that's the conversion for 1 meter cube to is equal to 1 million centimeter cube. So here, what is your answer? Your answer will be 2,400,000. So we have to move 6 decimal place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So your answer will be 2.4 meter cube. So now for part C, a similar slab has length of 60. So we have a similar slab, means we can use proportional sides to find the values here. So we have another slab. The size is 60 centimeters for the length, and we don't know the other side, but we can find them, right? Calculate the volume of the concrete in this to make one of these slabs. So it's pretty easy. We have to use the rule of similarity to find this. So it says that the length is 60 compared to this one is 40. So the ratio of sides will be the same for every part. Let's call the width as W and the height as Y. So let's find the value of W. So the ratio of the corresponding side will be the same, which means the length divided by length will be equal to the width divided by width. So let's do that. The length here is 60. Divided by length here will be 40 is equal to the width here divided by width 20. So here we can find the value of W. We have to cross multiply. So we have to do this. We have to go to divided by 2. We have 3 and 2. 1. So 10 times 3 will be 30. That's the value of the width. So what is the ratio that we have? The ratio we got was 3/2. So which means we can actually do this directly by using the ratios, but let's do it this way. It's easier to understand how to find this. So now let's find the height. So same thing again. The ratio was 3/2. So this is Y, and the height here was H, which was 2. So the value of Y is 3. So here we have 3. So find the volume of the slab. We have 60 times 30 times 3, which is, this will be 60 times 90, which will become 5400. So that is your answer 5400. So the other method you can use is just to find the proportion, the ratio of the side, which is, so the length is 60 here and the length is 40, so we know that the ratio. So let's call this one as, this slab, let's name it S1, and this slab, let's name it S2. So the ratio of S1 to S2, it was, S1 is, the width is 40 and this one is 60. So it's 2 to 3, that's the ratio of S1 to S2. That was the length, right? The length. So now let's find the ratio of the area. For example, it will be square, it will be 4/9. Let's find the ratio of volume. It will be 8/27. So if that makes sense, it means that we know the volume of S1, which is 2400. So that will be 2400. So find the value of 27. So we have to do, if 8 equal to 2400, 27 will be 2400 divided by 8 times 27. So that will be 300 times 27. You will get the same answer as the first part. But this is two methods of solving this, and either way, the answer is the same. So you will get your full marks for choosing either way. So if you find this one easier, just do this one because it's more logical, and this one is just more by derivation to find the volume of the part B. Question number 21. P is equal to this column vector 3, 4. Q is equal to minus 4, 3. Part A. Write 3p minus q as a column vector. So 3 times p is what? And minus q, which is minus 4, 3. Now let's just expand. So 3 times 3 is what? 9. 3 times 4 is 12. Minus 4, 3. So this will give me 9 minus 4 is 13. 12 minus 3 is 9. So your answer will be 13, 9. Now part B, R is a point 11 minus 2, which means OR is a point 0, 0. So for part B, find the value of n, which represents this equation. So OR is what? OR is 11 minus 2, which is also can be written as P plus NQ. What is P? P is given to us as 3, 4 plus n. Q is what? Minus 4, 3. So we have to find the value of n. So let's make n the subject of formula. So we have 11 minus 2 minus 3, 4. This will become, because we've sent this over here, it will become 11 minus 3 will be 8. Minus 2 minus 4 will be 6. So from observation, we have minus 4n equal to 8 and 3n equal to minus 6, which means the value of n will be minus 2. So if you divide by 3, it will be minus 2, divide by minus 4 will be minus 2. So answer of n will be minus 2 for part B. Question number 22. S is equal to the cube root of t plus 4. Find the value of s when t is equal to 121. S will be 121 plus 4. That will be cube root of 125. And we know that 125 is equal to 5 power 3. So your answer will be 5. Rearrange the formula to make t the subject. So here we have s equal to cube root of t plus 4. So if we send this cube root over here, it becomes s power 3, t plus 4, t becomes s power 3 minus 4, and that is your answer for part B. Question number 23. State which of the following above could be the graph of, so the first graph is y equal to x cube plus 2. So when we know that we have x cube, it will have a shape like this. It will have two inflection points, a shape like this. So now if we increase the value, let's say we take the value of x as negative, it can become negative as well. If it become positive, it can become positive as well. So in this case, let's find this first one. So what graph we have here looks like this. We would say, okay, the only graph looks like this will be this one. So your answer will be F. So now for part B, we have y equal to 2 over x. So let's find the graph on this side. So this one we can do by trial and error. So let's say, for example, if the value of x is 1, y will be 2. If the value of x will be minus 1, y will be minus 2. So from what you observe here, you know that if we had something like this, if the value of 1, it will be about here, minus 1, it will be about here, for example. But we also see that it cannot be 0, x cannot be 0. And if we increase the value of x, the value will decrease, which means it will go down. And x, if we decrease the value of x, it will go up, but it will never touch this line. And then same for this one. If we decrease the value of x to this side, it will become close to 0. And if we decrease the value of this one, it will become up. So the shape will look like this for this graph. So let's have a look which one looks like this graph. So it will be this one, figure A. And the last one will be y equal to 2x minus x squared. So when we have minus x squared, we know the shape is a maximum point, right? It has a maximum point, it looks like an N shape. So now which other drawings have an N shape? So we have only one, which is this one. So your answer will be figure E. And that is question number 23. Question number 24, part A. Show that this fraction is equal to this equation. So it's pretty easy. So let's first look at this part first on the left hand side. So we have to find the LCM first, which means multiply those two together. We have x plus 2, x minus 1. Then we cross multiply. We have 12 times x minus 1 plus 10x plus 2. So let's simplify that first. We have 12x minus 12 plus 10x plus 20 divided by x plus 2, x minus 1, which is equal to 12x minus 10 will be plus will be 22x. And here we have minus 12 plus 20, it will be plus 8 divided by x over 2 and x minus 1. So now let's bring this back to the top of the fraction. So now we have 22x plus 8 divided by, let's expand this one, we have x squared plus 2x so x squared plus 2x, and then we have minus x minus 2 equal to 7 over 2. Simplify this part, we have 22x plus 8 divided by x squared minus, so plus x minus 2 equal to 7 over 2. So now we have to cross multiply. Let's bring this on this side. So what do we have? We have 2 times 22 will be 44x plus 16 equal to 7 times x squared, 7x minus 14. So we have 7x squared plus 7x minus 44x minus 14 minus 16 equal to 0. So simplify, we have 7x squared. Here we have plus 7 minus 44, it will be minus 37x, and minus 30 equal to 0. So this is just like this as shown, so put shown as provided. So now part B, solve by factorization of this equation. So 7x squared is what? So we know that it is a quadratic equation. We will have two factors. So 7x squared is 7x times x. And what are the factors of 30? 30 can be 1 times 30, 2 times 15, can be 3 times 10, and that's pretty much. We have 5 times 6, and that's pretty much all the factors of 30. So we have to find these two numbers by trial and error. So we know that we need to obtain minus 37. How can we do that? So we can try by using so this is kind of complicated, but we have to find a fraction by trial. So what can we do? We can take 6 on this side. So we get, we can take 6 on this side and 5 on this side. So here we have, if we have 7 times 6, which is 42, minus 42, plus 5x will be minus 37. Right, so this will be the factorization of this fraction. So 7x plus 5 will be 0. So 7x will be minus 5, x will be minus 5 over 7. X minus 6 will be 0, x will be 6. So the answer will be minus 5 over 7 or 6. And that is question number 24.